are you? I'm back now for our bookkeeping tutorial. So now I'm going to show you a simple transaction involving sales. So I will be showing you a sales tutorial on how to record it manually or how the concept of recording it affects our books or other nominal accounts that are going to be affected by the scenario. Okay, so I will be showing you a sales with no discount information. This is just a simple transaction of sales and how we record it manually or how the system records it and how it goes to each nominal codes or nominal accounts. Okay, let's crack on, guys. Thanks for watching, by the way. So, manual recording of sales. So I'm just showing you in the spreadsheet here and on how to understand the recording of a simple transaction of sales. So we have a case here, sales to a bingo company, a customer and account. So the given information is that we have sales of 40,000 with no discount, and the date was in January 2023. So this is the start of the period of the year, sorry. And we will be showing you the whole transaction in detail as well. So how we record that, how we show that in our journal entries. So in our journal entries, we have the debits and the credits, the side of the debit and the side of the credit. So we have to debit accounts receivable of 40,000. Why? Because this is a sale to a customer on account, and this is what they owe us, which is 40,000. And since accounts receivable is an asset, it is a debit side. And then the credit is sales 40,000 to record sales on account. And our explanation this matter is that the double entry bookkeeping is used to this scenario through the recording of a debit and a credit nominal accounts, just like what I said earlier. So we understand that we have to debit accounts receivable because this is an amount due to us. Part of the assets, like I said earlier, and this is the money coming into the company once paid. So this is a receivable from a bingo company. And then why we credit sales? Because this is part of a profit, which is earnings of the company. So part of the profit and loss and earnings of the company are on the credit side. So that's why we have to put sales on a credit side. So to understand better, this is how we digest the information above, how they go to each nominal account after the journal entries have been posted. So in our accounts receivable, it is showing now the 40,000 debit, debit, and then sales on a credit. And how much is the total now? 40. So later on at the end of the period and extracting our trial balance, our debits and credits side should balance. And this is how it's being shown. The accounts receivable is 40,000 debit and sales 40,000 debit. So that's simple, very, very simple transaction involving two accounts only. This is just to show you an overview of how it is being digested when we think about posting that on the system and how are they really in a scenario of understanding where those figures went in our books or in our system when we do them manually. So how about the payment was made by the customer? How are we record that? How it affects how are this going to affect the accounts? And I will be showing that on our next tab. So using the same example, guys, there was a payment from bingo company, and the given scenario is that we received the payment in our bank and the amount is 20,000. Of course, we are still in a no discount transaction or case. So there was no discount deducted, and the payment was made in February 2023. How are we showing that in our journal entries, guys? Is that we debit the bank of 20,000 and we credit accounts receivable, which is 20,000 also. This is to record partial payment of sales. Partial payments of sales, guys, because the customer didn't pay the full invoice, only 20,000. So 20,000 and 20,000 in our bank and accounts receivable respectively. What is our explanation again on why we have to do this journal entries? So of course, double entry bookkeeping is used to this scenario through the recording of a debit and a credit nominal accounts. So we debit bank because this is an amount paid to us, part of the assets. This is money coming into the company or already in the company. So it's an asset, 20,000. We credit accounts receivable because the partial payment from a customer was received. It reduces money owed to us. So the customer doesn't owe us 20,000 anymore. So it has to be deducted from their account through accounts receivable being on the credit side to reduce the customer's receivable. And that's the understanding there. To digest it further in each respective accounts, this is to show you the T account or nominal account posting on how it was posted per account when we did these journal entries. So of course in January there was a 40,000 sales, and in February there was a payment of 20,000. So this is the accounts receivable, 20,000. So how much is the balance left for this customer? 20,000. And then we recorded the bank in February. Of course we received 20,000. So how much is our bank now? It's 20,000. That's what we have in our bank at the end of February. And then of course sales, there's no effect on sales because there was no transactions above that would affect sales in February, so it remained to be 40,000 at the end of February. And then later on at the end of the period, guys, in extracting our trial balance, our debits and credit side should balance. So Bingo Company trial balance to February, I put up to February, guys, because when you run the trial balance, you can run per period, but I want to run it from the beginning of time to February. So the bank is showing 20,000 now, guys, which is 20,000. Accounts receivable, which is 20,000 also debit. And then of course sales 40,000. And the total is 4040. So as you can see, trial balance has to be balanced on each side. And that's how it is going to the report, to the trial balance report. And then from here, later on, the information of the profit and loss and balance sheet is gathered from this report as well. So it is important that your trial balance is correct, because when you post incorrectly, the trial balance will not be correct, and so your profit and loss and your balance sheet or the statement of financial position would not be correct. So that is, guys, I'm showing you just a very simple transaction relating to sales, and in our next video I will be adding more sales transaction with a discount or a return, just to show you more information affecting sales transaction and how it has to be posted, or it must be posted in our system, or if you're using manual bookkeeping, just to understand better the concept of double entry bookkeeping, is that this video will be very helpful for you. So next topic, guys, we will be continuing this scenario with a discount and a sales return, and of course the payment. Thanks, guys for watching, and I hope you like the video. If you have any comments or you want me to on our next topic, if you want to suggest topics to be deal or to be um, shown in my next video, just feel free to comment below. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a lovely day.